Blog Talk Radio.
Foxy 107, 104, the Triangle's only station for R&B and classic soul. Here's my man, Eric Benet, news for you on Foxy 107.1 and 104.3. Foxy presents Anthony Hamilton live in concert. It's just days away. The Soulful Summer Tour with special guests, Eric Benet, Marcus Canty, and it's going down June 8th at the DPAC. I want you, yes you, to keep listening for a chance to win free tickets. Foxy 107.1 and 104.3.
I was stupid, really stupid. Something told me deep inside, better not do it.
Triangle, get ready. You've waited, and now he's here. Back in the Triangle. National recording artist Anthony
Woke up this morning, found a letter that she wrote.
Anthony Hamilton live.
I need to get away.
Saturday night, June 8th at DPAC. It's Anthony Hamilton. Foxy 107, 104, the Triangle's only station for today's R&B and classic soul. This is Ty Jones. Ladies, we got tickets to see TGT. Ooh, Lord. And special guest, Fantasia. She really knows what Fed Up is all about. I got some of that on the way, too. And here's R. Kelly, When a Woman's Fed Up. I know about that. On Foxy 107, 104.
I'm standing here looking in the mirror.
This is your host, Ty Jones, and this is Ty Jones, The Voice. We have an interesting brother coming on the show today. I want to introduce him. I'm going to sit down and talk with rapper and actor Gat Murder. He talks about, and we're going to get into talking about, his first web series that he was a part of called Respect Life. I also want him to touch on a web series that I watched last night. It was really cool. It's called The Brooklyn Way. Let him talk about that. Also, all of his ties into hip-hop, I'm going to let him share that. He's been working with legends and making cameos in series with Redman, Method Man, Little C's, and more. And I want him to touch on that, as well as an up-and-coming event that he's got popping. So let's bring him in the studio. We have with us Gat Murder. What's up, Gat?
What's up? What's good? We here?
Yes, we're
we
here.
on?
How are you? We on live
What's going
right
on,
now.
Ty? What's
How
going
are
on,
you?
Ty?
What's up?
I'm good.
What's good? What's good?
Trying to take over the world. Regular shit. I could curse on here?
Yep. You can
All right,
curse
regular
on here.
shit. You already know. All right.
Yes. All right. So I want to hear from you, Brooklynite. You're a native from Brooklyn. Let's get right into it. Let's get into it. Give me. Oh, yo, I want to know how the pool party before we get into your life and your up and coming events you got going on. Tell me about the pool party. What was the motivation behind doing that pool party that I saw?
Oh, the motivation behind that was it was going to be 100 degrees. Me and my cast, we don't normally get time to hang out, not unless we filming. So I'm like, let's put together a little situation for the summer. So me and my boy Ace and Millie, we put together the pool party for the Brooklyn Way family and some of the fans. So, you know, it was a good turnout. I did a video with my man Dice Payne of D Block that day at the pool party. It was different type of festivities going on. But, you know, overall, it was a great turnout. It was a great turnout. Shout out to everybody that came out to the Brooklyn Way pool party and turned up with me.
I saw that. That was nice. And tell me a little bit about this video. I saw a little snippet. There was a video that I saw. It looked like it was connected to the pool party.
Most definitely.
It's a little explicit. And it's very spicy. You want to tell my listeners which video I'm talking about?
All right. It's a video called My Sex. It'll be dropping next month featuring me and my guy Dice Payne of D Block. The record was produced by Dezu, you know, in-house producer of D Block. So shout out to Dezu. Shout out to Dice Payne that was on the record. Shout out to my man Midnight for shooting the video. So, you know, that video will be dropping in another month. It'll be dropping in August.
Okay, okay. So when it does drop, Gat, where can people take a look at it? Where can they find it?
Well, we're gonna have it on World Star. We're gonna have it on YouTube. We're gonna have it on all the top blog sites. So you can look for that video called My Sex Feature, Gab Murder featuring Dice Payne on all blog sites.
Okay, that's very nice. Now let me get into. I love your social media page. You have a great following, and I noticed your ties with Little C's, Little Kim. Big shout out to Big. Rest in peace. Give me a little background and understanding.
I'm pretty much tied in with the whole Junior Mafia. Shout out to the whole Junior Mafia. Bristol, Little C's, Kim, my man Nino, Banger. Shout out to the whole Junior Mafia. That's family, So it was easy to incorporate them in the Brooklyn Way web series. It was easy to get them on records with me. You know what I'm saying? That song that you hear on the web series, me and Little C's actually did that in my crib. Shout out to Little C's for coming to the crib to record that verse for the Brooklyn Way web series.
Nice.
So, they're my guys right there.
I like it.
And,
season
Big,
2, the Brooklyn
Big
Way.
Pretty much, like Big pretty much inspired me because, I'm from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Biggie from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And I named the web series The Brooklyn Way on the strength of Big, to keep Bed-Stuy, that motivation going in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, off a big name. So that's why I named the web series The Brooklyn Way. Spread love is the Brooklyn Way.
I love that. And I love there's an image that you have on your social media page with Big's face, that, the artwork, and you looking up to it. I mean, that's a beautiful representation of Big, and he left a humongous impact on so many people in the world, not just Brooklyn, that it's good to see you carry on the legacy through art,
Right, most definitely.
I can appreciate that. So I like the dialogue in the Brooklyn Way. Tell our listeners how was the creating, like when you were creating this, you are the mastermind behind it. How hard was it, or how easy was it of you to do the casting? I noticed that some of the footage is shot like in project, buildings somewhere up in Brooklyn. You got permission. How was that process?
Honestly, I don't get no permission to do nothing in Brooklyn. I do what the fuck I want in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I've been here all my life. I do what I want. Can't nobody tell me nothing. That's number one. Number two, when you seen so much in your life and you've been through so much in your life, it's easy to paint that picture. So that's why when you watch the Brooklyn Way, it's just things that goes on in real life. I'm around a lot of comedians, funny dudes. I'm around people that's been through real shit in their life, and I learned from that. So that made me incorporate a lot of that inside the Brooklyn Way web series, reality, comedy, real life situations that people go through. A bunch of grimy, foul niggas that's doing foul shit, a bunch of grimy females that do wild shit. I touch up on child molestation, lupus. Real shit, like real topics in the show that people can learn from. You know what I'm saying? Because when you watch the Brooklyn Way web series, it's not just a shoot 'em up, bang bang gangster show. It's a show you can actually learn from. You know what I mean?
Yes, I did see that, and I did like. There was an introduction that you and I posted it on my social media page. It's like a PSA that you did prior to one of the episodes. It actually was. I think it was like season 2, episode 4. If I recall, you were in it, and you were talking. You had a T-shirt on of a young little girl.
Yes, Antonia.
You recall that? Okay.
Yeah, she was incarcerated.
So give the listener.
You know what I'm saying, for defending herself.
Now, who was the baby girl? The T-shirt you were wearing. What's the storyline behind that little girl?
I totally forgot because I got so much going on in the show. So I'm trying to remember what the scene
you were
talking about.
dedicating the episode. So you were dedicating that episode to child abuse, and you were wearing a T-shirt of a young, light-skinned, pretty girl.
Yes. I remember. I forgot the situation, but I think she was molested and killed, something of that nature.
Oh no. Okay.
So
Okay.
I think that was the that touched my soul. So that made me want to touch up on that topic, like because I
Right.
really that really did something to me. Like so, I had to touch up on that topic.
I like that. And now that I have you here and you're giving us an insight on the Brooklyn Way, the web series, what was the motivation behind it, give the listeners the insight of, you mentioned you had a rough past growing up, being locked up. Have you ever been locked up? What's some of your background?
Some of my background, I mean, I was locked up for like little dumb shit, you know, fighting and, you know, regular typical shit. Nothing crazy where I killed anybody or nothing dumb, like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like little child
Right.
shit, children shit, jumping turnstiles, being a knucklehead, robbing shit,
Right.
you know, little shit like that. But nothing crazy.
Right. So what has the influence of being from Brooklyn, being exposed to the artists that you've collaborated with, worked with, how has that conditioned your mind and you as an artist, producer, to do the work that you're doing now? Have you been heavily influenced by someone?
Far as like music-wise,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I was influenced by Big, Jay-Z, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, The Lox, M.O.P., Smith & Wesson, Smooth the
Yeah.
Hustler, Trigger the Gambler, Tupac. I was influenced by a lot of artists, Method Man, of course. So it was a lot of, artists that I was influenced by that made me want to rap and do music. And, to actually start working with them and do, and doing films with them is actually an honor to be doing that. Because I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for them to acknowledge what I do and like what I do, and I grew up, listening to them and acknowledging their craft is a beautiful thing.
I like that. I like hearing those that, like, I'm a baby to hip-hop. I was born in the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx, South Bronx, and I grew up listening to KRS-One. I have ties with brothers like Teddy Ted, who is the producer of Awesome Duo and Nice and Smooth. I'm friends with Positive K. I have my uncle knows Rakim. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school, and hip-hop is something that's been embedded in me since I can remember, from listening to the Bridges Over and going to block parties in the Bronx. It's the birthplace of hip-hop. So that's something I think that's just deep embedded in some of us, that I came up during that boom bap era when hip-hop was not where it is today, and the culture, New York City dominated hip-hop at one time. And when Big came into hip-hop, he took the world by storm. So it's refreshing to hear someone
and he took the
who's
world
been
by
closely
storm at a
affected.
young age. He took the world by storm at a young age. You know what I'm saying? He was ahead of his time. Big was ahead of his time.
Yes. I agree with you.
Most definitely.
I have someone calling in, Gad. I have a caller, and let's take this call real quick, and I'm going to keep you on. Let's see who's calling in. This is Ty Jones with The Voice, and you're on Blog Talk Radio. Who am I talking to?
Yo, what's good? It's the boy Reed.
What's up, Jay Reed? How
Reed.
are you?
What's up, Reed?
I'm good.
Reed.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Reed, tell us
What's
where
going
you're
on?
calling from. Where are you representing? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling way from Tampa, Florida. I just taking a listen to Ty Jones. I rock with Ty Jones a long way. That's my blood cousin, so I'm calling in to check y'all out, and I'm listening to my man Murder. Sound like he know what he's talking about, man. I rock with that.
Most definitely. I appreciate that, bro.
Reed, you got any questions for Murder?
Well, I mean, I guess the question that I'm an artist as well. I make music. You know what I'm saying? I'm influenced from the up north. Of course, I'm from the south, So I make down south music. I love the West Coast. I make music